What's going on, everybody? Josh Engleman here for Stokastic.com, and I am back with my NBA DFS contenders on DraftKings for Wednesday, January 22nd. Now be sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so you know when everything goes live, follow me on Twitter, @Josh Engleman, and then do this. Sign up at Stokastic and get any single sport package for 20% off using the promo code BINK. This offer ends on Sunday. But we wanted to celebrate with you guys because we got another Stokastic avatar at the top of a milli. At least 4 milli winners this year. I keep thinking it's 5. I should really find that out, but at least 4, no matter what. That's a lot of milli winners in a season, and every time we have one, we try to pay it forward to you guys, and that's why we're giving 20% off. There's a link in the description of this video, or choose a single sport package at Stokastic.com, enter the promo code BINK when you check out. You will get 20% off that first payment. That gets you projections, ownership, Sims Tool, Discord, and more. First one up for me today at number 5 is Tobias Harris. He's power forward eligible, 5,600, projected for 14 points, almost 7 rebounds, 3 assists, and a stock and a half. Taking on the Hawks, very fast-paced matchup. And Tobias Harris is just playing more. Ever since Jaden Ivey went down, the minutes have gone up for Harris, and he's just slightly more involved than he normally is. But the price doesn't really show that yet. I think Tobias Harris should probably be about 6K, which means we're saving $400 just by rostering him. I know people aren't going to love it, but because, it's Tobias Harris. I understand. He's a really good value in this spot against Atlanta. This is a massive pace-up spot for the Pistons. Speaking of the Pistons, maybe you would rather get their best player. Cade Cunningham in at number 4, point guard only. 10,200, projected for a double-double, 27 points, 10 assists, a little over 6 boards, plus a stock and a half. Everything I said about Tobias Harris is the same here for Cade. Usage goes up, ball handling responsibilities go up with no Jaden Ivey around. His minutes certainly aren't going anywhere. Should be a relatively competitive game. Massive pace-up spot for Cade. What's not to like here? This is one of my favorite dudes, and I am happy to pay up for Cade Cunningham today. There's some other guys getting ownership. I think Cade should get even more. In at number 3, tough matchup, but give me Mark Williams. Center only, 7K, projected for 17 points, 12 boards, 2.5 assists, and 2 stocks. He's just locked down that starting role for Charlotte, and no Nick Richards behind him any longer, which means we're at least trying to get 30 minutes out of Mark Williams in this spot against Memphis. Now, the pace of this matchup is awesome. This is an up-tempo affair, but it is a difficult matchup against the Memphis Grizzlies defense. They're incredibly solid. I'm still going Mark Williams, though. I think this price even goes higher as he continues to play. As long as he can stay healthy and continue to get these 30-minute starts, I'm expecting Mark Williams to be 7,500 or more in the near future. This guy's a great per minute dude, finally getting a chance to show himself. But he's not my favorite Hornet because there's value to be had in Nick Smith. He's shooting guard, small forward eligible, 3,200, projected for 11 points, 3 boards, 2 assists, and maybe a stock. I went 26 minutes. That's the low end of what he's played over the past 2 games when he moved into the starting lineup in place of Brandon Miller, who is out with an injury. The value's great. The price tag is great. The position is great. Is Nick Smith great? No, not really. He's a pretty bad NBA player, all things considered, but we're playing DFS. That's a very different thing. Salaries matter here. And if we can continue to get Nick Smith starting with the best positional eligibility we have at a $3,200 price tag that is a bit lower than what it should be for a guy with his role, maybe we get lucky and a couple extra shots fall, or he falls into a steal, or, the stocks are 5 and 4 instead of 3 and 2. It doesn't take much to pay off this salary today. That's why Nick Smith looks like the premier value option of the slate. The number 1 option isn't confusing, though. That's going to be Giannis Antetokounmpo. Power forward, center eligible, 11,800, 33 points, 11 boards, 6 assists, 2 stocks. Great matchup against the Pelicans. They're not even going to be at full strength. They got a Q tag on Yves Missi and a Q tag on Zion. And 11-8 for Giannis on a day where he's sort of the best pay-up option you could get to. You have that power forward eligibility. We're not going to have any trouble with value. We got 7 games today. Nick Smith is in at number 2. Makes it really easy to afford Giannis. This is just the easiest thing you'll do. If you're paying up for anybody on today's slate, the easiest name to click on is Giannis Antetokounmpo. Alrighty, folks, that will do it. Those are my NBA DFS contenders on DraftKings for Wednesday, January 22nd. My top 10s on DraftKings and FanDuel are already on my Twitter. They went up at like 7 o'clock this morning, at Josh Engleman. You can find them there, and you can get updates later today, right before the Deeper Dive at 5:30. We're going to have 4 hours of NBA coverage on the Deeper Dive and Live Before Lock on YouTube and on Playback at playback.tv/Stokastic for 2 hours once the game starts. You don't want to miss us today. Happy hump day.